The box stitch is worked over a multiple of 4 plus 1 stitches. So what I have here is 17 stitches because 4 times 4 is 16, so 16 is a multiple of 4, and then I added 1, so 17. 4, that's a multiple of 4 plus 1. Now, once you have your multiple of 4 plus 1, I'm working into a base of single crochets, so that's what I have here for row 1. It's just a base of single crochets. You could just work straight into a base of chain stitches or whatever. I'm just starting and ending each of my swatches with these single crochets. Now you chain 3 for the beginning of row 2. 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. And now in that very same first stitch, you are going to work 3 double crochet. Okay, so in this very first stitch, I'm going to work 3 double crochet. 1. Now the rest of this row is pretty simple. We're going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3, and then in the next stitch, we're going to place a single crochet, a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet. Three. And now we repeat that step. We skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we place a single, a chain 3, and 3 double into that next stitch, into the 4th stitch. So there's a single, and then 1, 2, 3 chains, and then 3 doubles. Three. We keep doing that until there are just 4 stitches left. Now there are 4 stitches left. We're going to skip 3 of them and place a single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, and that is all it takes. This next row of the box stitch is actually the repeat row, and it's super simple. So this is a 1 row repeat, okay? I started off with my base of single crochet just to have something to work into. Right, you could have, like I said, you could have started with just a chain. Then I did kind of the base row of my box stitches right here, and now this next row is going to be the row that can be repeated as many times as you want to make your finished piece. So this one is also super simple. It's such an easy stitch with such a beautiful finish. We're going to chain 3 and turn. And now I'm going to work 3 double crochet into that first stitch. Okay, that was the final single crochet of the last row, is what this first stitch is. We're working 3 double crochet into there. Okay, and now we hit the repeat section of this row. You see this chain 3 space right here that's at the end of every one of these little boxes? Well, we are going to go ahead and place a single crochet, a chain 3, and then 3 double crochet into that space. And repeat that. Next space, we're putting in a single crochet, a chain 3, and then 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space. Okay, here's our next chain 3 space. We're gonna put in a single crochet, a chain 3, and then 3 double crochet. And then when there is only 1 chain 3 space left, that one we just put a single crochet into, okay? And now let's take a look. That is it. That is our repeat row of the box stitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a couple more of those rows so you can see what it looks like with a few rows, and then I'll show you how to finish it off with a row of single crochets on top to give it a nice kind of border if that's what you would like. I finished this last row of box stitches, and now I'm going to do kind of my setup row for a border. So for my setup row for a border, I'm just going to chain 3, turn, and 3 double crochet into the first stitch. So this is the same as with the regular box stitch pattern, but after this it's going to change a bit. So we have a row that's easier to work into for a border and kind of makes things a little less jagged, a little less triangular, right? So in the next chain 3 space, I'm going to put a single crochet, then a half double crochet, and then 2 doubles. And I'm going to repeat that until there's just the 1 chain 3 space left. So in the next chain 3 space, I put a single crochet, and then a half double crochet, and then 2 doubles. And this is really giving us a kind of more flat topped row to put our border into, okay? This is just an optional top row to work a border into if that's what you want. It's not actually part of the box stitch pattern. It's just something I do if I need to attach something to the top of it and I need it to be flat. Of course, the dimensional edge is really fun too. Okay, so that's my last one. I have 1 chain 3 left, and I'm just going to put a single crochet in there. And that is my kind of flattening out row for if I want to be able to add a border on top. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and do a little single crochet border on the top to match the one on the bottom. Okay, so now if you want to add the border, I have changed my color to my border color. And for just a single crochet border, all I'm going to do is chain 1, which is not going to count as a stitch, and turn. Then I'm going to single crochet into each stitch across, and I am going to need to put a single crochet into that chain 3 space at the very end. And you should have the same number of stitches along the top as you had along the bottom. So I had 17 stitches to begin with. I should end with 17 stitches. So I just did 3, and let's just make sure that you have the right number, okay? This is 16, and then that means I do, like I said, I need to put a single crochet into that chain 3 space at the end, and that makes 17. Here we have our box stitch. Okay, so I have the border, the setup row, all of the box stitches, and then the setup row for a top border and the top border. Okay, and you can see it is a reversible stitch. All right, there you go. And even though as we were making them, they may have kind of looked like triangles, like you see how this first row really looks like a triangle, once you actually see it all done, they do look like boxes in, you know, tilted, so in a little diamond shape of stacked boxes. So that's why it's called the box stitch.